Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome back to Beacon Pines. We're going to left off of being in the the Winter Wonderland for some reason, but we're in the Beacon Pines alternative or original town. And apparently we're not on the radio with Kerr, so let's continue where we left off. Where's Rolo? Actually, wait, I get to turn up the volume. There we go. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Wait.
Iggy and Luca?
Yeah, we already did this in the last episode. No, that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Alright, I think from here on is new stuff. Let's actually explore and see what we learn about the source. Like, I know it's like the story is getting obviously interesting. Or wait.
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously.
Hmm.
He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? A long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare, but like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. But when I came back from later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found him and tossed him.
He triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved, it was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast-off, loser. It's weird to threaten a child like that, but you know. Ah, yes. Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. A spoon. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to be a Matrix reference, but nonetheless. I want to investigate, obviously. I'm going to investigate the source last. Is there nothing else here? Nope, I can't even go up the stairs. Alright. The pit.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes.
What is the source?
Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. Why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? When you're older. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr, where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before, he's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
You could have just sent your stupid clipboards unless they're too stupid. It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. You're not paid to know? He's not even the mastermind. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime, and you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we are done with you. Now boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. I mean, I was embarrassed about you yelling over an intercom at a bunch of children, but you know. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Now, he did have his little lackeys here. But who are the ones in the suits? There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
I mean, they're not even lit fireworks, so you're just dropping unlit explosives. I don't think an icicle, like, insta-freezing hole would light the fireworks or make them explode, but, Stop, you fool. Call off your goons.
After a long
They're writing on the
pause,
clipboard.
Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Like, it's like the clipboard on the left is like studying what's happening. It's like, ah, yes, I understand. Writes that down. Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just as now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh. Well, let's hope it does nothing. Ooh. Kerr says he doesn't understand, but he understands that explosions, that the source is unstable. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh, damn. Oh.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Let's go and save yourself. Just go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Prum-dum-dum. Proopity-dum-dum? Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's the only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Luca had no choice but to refuse.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request.
We have two choices,
He
though.
tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button.
I didn't want to save Mr. Kerr.
We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
Nah, I didn't want to do that. I was like thinking like refuse and find a way for Kerr to drop and no one else.
Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror.
Ivory?
Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
Yeah, I
The
don't...
end.
At the end? Oh.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Basically, yes. We could go back to Tickle before Iggy gets transformed. We do have Hum, though. Hum. Wait, humming on the... Interesting. What would be even hum? I'm curious. Well, honestly, as much as we should maybe continue this part of accepting... it shows accept with, like, the loving hug image with Luca, but in that circumstance of the loving hug accept image, we're doing that to drop Iggy and Mr. Kerr to kill them. That's kind of maybe intentionally ironic, but kind of funny. But no, I'm interested in this path. When Grandma's about to screw everyone over, instead of weeping, humming? I'm kind of curious. Amid the blur of emotions and memories, she didn't drop the torch yet then. Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed as if to give him the stage, and in the stillness he began to hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom? Oh.
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold hard
Luca
truth.
gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone, we've got a party to crash. At least that's better. You don't understand, he always wins. I wonder if this would lead...
9.
I wonder if this would lead to actually an
The
ending.
devil you know. 7 months ago,
Oh, geez, 7.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Wait, she went in a pod. Wait, what? And that is what change is all about. Wait, what? So it was just a short recap. Something of a pod 7 months ago. I'm kind of confused by that, but this is right then, as soon as the place was about to freeze from Graham dropping, or I don't know, Eleanor. I'm gonna call her probably Gran out of habit, though. It's Gran, but not really Gran. She's mom that's just old, like super old. But yeah, this is where Kerr died last time. When are they gonna reveal the sign this time? Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd, just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. while they had us evacuated. Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see this festival is a sham? An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her, she has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. He answers the little kid. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. What? Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. I mean, the rest of the town's just gonna sit there and be like, ah yes, let's listen to the little kid. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense. Ah, yes, recompense. I was like trying to pronounce it like recompense. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
The mastermind is the small dog. Is the small dog like some kind of like tube baby with the old dead Valentine's memories or something? Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me... I knew it! Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Belching?
A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Oh.
This is a story about change.
What? No. Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Meh. But wait, what? I thought it was going to be like a prank or something that he set up with Iggy. So why was Iggy involved with it? Wasn't it like the guy as a kid and Iggy talking about it? Weird. Unless like Iggy knew and just didn't care? Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Just I don't know, just have the whole crowd just gang up on him. There's a lot more of the townsfolk than there are of him. And there's only Mr. Kerr, 2 clipboards. I mean, if everyone ganged up on him... I mean, how many adults versus children? Actually, there's more clipboards in the audience, too. Maybe they have more numbers. Sharper, you Melissa-ish bastard. Malice? Oh, Mel, that's interesting. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
Helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy! I give you both the greatest gift a parent can give. He's gonna talk shit to this guy, and probably he's gonna change sides. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. I'm gonna assume the heiress is on our side, though. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who's completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. People deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
I can't wait to drop him in the pit next time. Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It's truly the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most, and I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ah, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friend made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity, things would have gone a bit differently. Well, now that you mention it, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat, let's get to work, shall we? The end.
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
So let's see, yeah. We have this moment. Let's see what new ones we've got. Let's see, anything changed? this is a complete dead end unless we find a third. And Tickle still has to... Oh, and all the new ones we got. God, Mr. Kerr in this image looks so scrawny. He's just all bones. And Iggy's looking kind of fine. Just like, he doesn't look too sad. He's like, hey, drop me. Do it. Do it. I dare you. But alright. At least at this point in time, we know what we need to do. Might as well, I guess, finish off. Like, I want to go to the fishing area. Actually, you know what? Where would we be able to do that? I need to be able to travel the town. I'll just quickly go and see if there's anything in the fishing area, and then we'll go to It's a Whole Thing for the next episode. Just give me 1 sec. Alright, so I've made it to the fishing hole. Now let's see if we can actually do another one. Ah, crooked. We do have another one.
Luca tied a bent nail on.
What if this will help with the story or not?
If all you have is a hammer.
Because maybe there'd be something we can get that'll add a card instead that'll help assist with getting the best ending. I'm expecting that's what will happen by fishing everything. That'll get a card instead of something else. We'll find out. We'll see if my suspicions are right. Oh, a photo looks like a deer on the right. What is that? That's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Ah, look at those two young fools. How did it end up at the bottom of the pond? Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at the Valentines. What's a new job got to do with us fishing with him fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Ooh, I got an achievement. Well, that's quite a haul. Feels like a good time to pack up. Aw, just a little bit longer. If things lasted forever, they might not feel as special, huh? I guess. I'll make you a deal, buckaroo. If you ever feel like you need to talk about anything at all, you just say, let's go fishing, and I'll know what you mean. Like a secret password? Yep. Top secret. Neat. What a perfect day. Yeah.
Luca tied a bent. If all.
Let's go fishing. So he gave us a password that would have meaning in the future then. Interesting. That has to perhaps have some significance in this story. Like, we wouldn't have known a password until just now. So at some point, maybe we'll say, let's go fishing, and his dad will still be alive too, maybe. And someone in the audience will be able to be like, ah, yes, let's go fishing. I know that password. Because otherwise, let me see if I... Because going into the chair, we still go fishing. So it has to have done something. We did get an achievement called Agile Angler, and it says, catch all the fish, in quotations. Well, I wouldn't have changed anything in terms of, like, this, since we didn't get a portrait, or card, or whatever. But, no, maybe it'll be significant for one of the pathways we haven't gone through yet. But, I hope you enjoyed this episode and look forward to more. We got a nice, interesting plot twist of little Solomon, the puppy, being actually Sharper Valentine. Although I was predicting it at the last moment, being like, I don't know, it's kind of weird for a little kid to be called the boss. I can't imagine anyone would just call a kid who, to our impression or perception, we've been assuming it's just Eris has been, you know, teaching him, and he'd listened to the Eris and he was just a little kid. Oh, it does call Paul into question why he was hanging out with, like, Iggy and conversing. Like, he didn't really drop any hints that he was anyone else but a rich kid kind of thing. So it did come out of left field, at least. It was as a plot twist that probably not many would be able to predict. But people calling him Sir just sort of made it be like, yeah, I don't think someone like Mr. Kerr would call a child Sir unless his brain is something that isn't quite right, like, you know, brain transplantation or something being off in him not being actually Solomon. Because I really wouldn't think Kerr would bow down to a child, whether the child is some kind of boy genius or not. But I hope you enjoyed and look forward to more, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button to become a fluff subscriber. Hit the notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, until the next time.